Hello, welcome back. Today, I'm reviewing the 2014 sci-fi action film Edge of Tomorrow, a movie where dying isn't the end, it's part of the training.
Starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, this film brilliantly mixes explosive alien warfare with a time loop twist that keeps repeating the same day.
So, grab your popcorn, turn off the lights, and enjoy my quick recap to save your precious time.
The story begins by showing a war in which thousands of people were losing their lives every day. It is revealed that in the year 2015, aliens came to our planet for the first time, and as soon as they arrived, they started killing humans. These aliens were not creatures walking on two legs that could be fought easily. Rather, they were extremely dangerous monsters equipped with such advanced technology that human weapons proved useless against them. To fight these aliens, it was decided to unite and form an army capable of facing them. Major William Cage's job was to encourage people to join this army, for which he told many lies. When thousands of people died in battle, he would tell the public that only a few had died, and whenever they managed to kill even a single alien, he would present it as a major victory in the media. One day, Major William is called to London, where he had to attend an important meeting with General Brigham. The general says, "Major, we are losing. Many soldiers are about to be martyred, and when it's all over and their bodies return, people will definitely point fingers at someone. I don't want those fingers pointed at me, so tomorrow you will go to the battlefield and report to the people about what is happening there. Your camera crew is waiting outside." He, who was a complete coward, says, "Why me, General? You could send someone else in my place." In reality, William had been given such a high rank only because the government needed someone who could lie to the public. But the situation had deteriorated so much that now, let alone William, no one in the world could hide the truth that they were losing this war. The general was actually giving him a chance. He was the biggest coward in history. William says, "General, I myself convinced thousands of people to join your army, and I have seen their dead bodies. I'm not a soldier. The moment I go there, I'll be killed." William tries to blackmail them, saying that if they send him there, he'll reveal the general's truth to everyone. But the general had already made up his mind about William's fate. He strips William of his rank. When William tried to escape, he found himself at London Airport, where soldiers were being prepared for war. Outside, he might have been a high-ranking officer, but here, no one knew him. William tries to explain to an officer that there must have been a mistake. He shouldn't be here. He wants to speak to his superiors, to which Farrell says, "Since you're talking so much, maybe there really has been a mistake. Come on." But soon he realized Farrell wasn't actually taking him to the phone. He said, "Where are you taking me?" To which Farrell, but soon he realized that Farrell wasn't actually taking him to the phone. He said, "Where are you people taking me?" At this, Farrell shouted at him saying, "It's clearly written on this paper that you are a deserter, and also that you will do everything you can to avoid going to the war tomorrow." William understood that he was in serious trouble now, and that no one could save him. After that, he was grabbed and brought to some people with whom he was to, which was strictly forbidden to play here, and as punishment, he orders them to chew leaves right there. He said, "William Keyes is your new companion. He feels like he shouldn't be here. I request you all to get this wrong idea out of his head," which was forbidden to play here. As punishment, he orders them to chew leaves. He said, "William Keyes is your new companion. He feels he shouldn't be here. I request you all to get this misunderstanding out of his mind. If he tries to escape, you have my permission to do whatever you want with him." William had never dreamed the same pit he had been digging for others for so many years. The surprising thing was that he himself didn't know anything, nor had he ever received any combat training. A man named Griff helps him put on his suit and says, "Remove the safety lock before going down." Surprisingly, he knew nothing and had no combat training. Griff helps him put on his suit, saying, "Remove the safety lock before going down." William didn't know how, so he asked them to do it. But removing the safety was so easy everyone thought he was joking, so no one helped. Even boarding the aircraft, William tried to run away. Everyone is seated in the ship and taken to France. Everyone looks at Will's face and mocks him. One of them even says, "I see a corpse in William's suit." William asks them, "Tell me how to remove the safety?" But just then, the hatch opens and Farrell tells them all to jump down one by one. Before they can all unlock their safeties, their ship is suddenly attacked, which, before he too could become one of the corpses, he cut the rope and crashed straight down to the ground. Before he too could become one of the corpses, he cut the rope and crashed straight down to the ground. When he regained consciousness, he found himself standing in the middle of the battle. One of his comrades, who had just returned to the fight, was very happy, but then he was crushed and killed under a plane. William saw that a plane was about to fall on him, so he ran with all his might and managed to escape. There, William sees Rita Vrataski, who among all of them, was there. William tried to run away from the fight, but just then, Farrell caught him and said, "You're going the wrong way, friend. Our enemies are ahead." Will again asks them about how to remove the safety, but they just push him away and leave him to die as they move forward. Everyone thought the aliens were coming from the front, but then William sees that they were actually at their feet. He shouts and kills them all. William somehow manages to remove the safety and kills those aliens. But his real trouble was just beginning. In front of him appears a blue alien, the biggest of them all. William realizes he can't kill it with bullets, so, without wasting any time, he grabs a suicide bomb lying nearby, and as soon as the alien attacks him, there's a loud explosion. Kills it, but the alien's blood, like acid, burns through his face and kills him. But just then, William wakes up and finds himself back at the very place where it all began. He thinks it was just a bad dream, but then Farrell appears in front of him and starts saying exactly what he said to William during their first meeting. This time, William doesn't argue with him at all, because everything is repeating itself with such precision that he asks Farrell, "What day is it today?" To which Farrell jokingly replies, "For you, it's Judgment Day." After that, he's introduced to J-Squad. He saw that everything was exactly the same as before. Now there was no doubt left that all of this was happening again. The next day, he's given the same suit again, which he puts on as they prepare to go to war. He asks Farrell, "What day is it today?" To which Farrell jokingly replies, For you, it's Judgment Day. After that, he's introduced to J-Squad. He saw that everything was exactly the same as before. Now there was no doubt left that all of this was happening again. The next day, he's given the same suit again, which they were supposed to wear to go to war. But this time, William acts wisely and removes the safety. That something was about to go wrong, and that's exactly what happened. Just like before, their ship was attacked again, in which most of the soldiers were killed. He realized that everyone would die in the same way as they did before, so he tried to save the man who was crushed by the ship last time. But while trying to save him, he was killed again and returned to the same place where it all started. Whenever he dies, he comes back right here. After that, he went into the war again. But this time, he wasn't scared. This time, he tried to save Rita, whom he couldn't save last time. But in the attempt, he got injured. He asked Rita for help, but instead of helping him, she took out the battery from his suit and left him there to die. William died again, and the loop started all over again. Will was worried. He told Farrell that, because he knew that no matter what they did, their deaths couldn't be avoided. He said, "All of your lives are in danger," but they thought he had gone crazy. So before going into battle, they taped his mouth shut. He knew their deaths were unavoidable. He warned, "Your lives are in danger," but they thought he was crazy, so they taped his mouth shut before battle. Will desperately tried to tell them the plane was about to explode, but no one listened. He then went to Rita, thinking she'd understand. But at that moment, but his real goal was to escape from there. The next morning, during PT training, William was looking for the right opportunity, but in his attempt to escape, he gets run over by a car and the loop restarts again. The next time, he tries again, and this time he succeeds. Rita had told him, "When you wake up, come see me first." But when he stands in front of her, she doesn't recognize him. She says, "How dare you come here without permission?" She had told him to come see her, and she immediately understood what he was trying to say. She said, "Don't tell anyone else about this, or else you'll either end up in a mental asylum." She had told him to come see her, and she immediately understood what he was trying to say. She said, "Don't tell anyone else about this, or else you'll either be thrown into a mental asylum or sent to a lab for research." What was happening to him had already happened to her as well, but this time, they might be able to win this battle. She takes Will to Dr. Carter, who knows the most about alien biology. Carter tells her that this, which he called Omega, it possesses a power that allows it to control time. Whenever an alpha dies, a signal is automatically sent to the Omega, and the Omega restarts that day all over again. He called it Omega. It controls time. When an alpha dies, a signal goes to Omega, which restarts that day. But it remembers everything, how it died, and ensures it doesn't happen again. The one William killed was also an alpha, the rarest of all, so rare that it was. He also gained the power to restart the day, just like the Omega. William says, "If it's true that we can't win against them, then what was that previous battle we won?" To this, Rita explains to him, "We didn't actually win. They let us win, so that we would think we could win. The Omega wanted humanity to fight this war with all its strength. When we exhaust all our weapons and humanity has nothing left." William asks, "How do I use this power?" To which Rita replies, "You have to die. Every day, every single day. You'll see a vision in which you'll see the Omega, and then you have to lead us there so we can kill it." After that, Rita trains William to fight. During training, he could die as many times as needed, because as soon as he died, the day would start over and he would come back. In one such training session, "In battle, you must not get injured. Either stay alive or die, so that the loop can start again. The last time I was fighting, I got wounded, and when I regained consciousness, I was in the hospital where they gave me someone else's blood, and that's how I lost my power." And with that, she shoots him. The day starts over again, and every time William gets injured during training, Rita shoots him just as many times. In this way, he goes back to Rita and tells her that he saw her near a dam, which is probably in Germany because there was something written in German there. But to get there, they have to win tomorrow's battle. William goes to fight on the beach again the next day, but he gets killed quickly. Next time he goes again, but he gets killed again. He is attacked in every possible way, so many ways that day, after which, he would also commit suicide. He dies so many times that now he doesn't have any strength left in him. After which, he would also commit suicide. He has died so many times that now he has no strength left to keep fighting. He was so broken that being alive started to feel like a punishment. This time, when the loop starts, he doesn't tell Rita that he has superpowers. He leaves everything behind and runs far away from there and sits in a bar, drinking heavily. But even after doing this, he can't change his fate, because whether he fights in the war or not, they attack the city and William gets killed once again. The loop restarts. But now he is very angry. He tells Rita that this isn't the first time they've met, that no matter how hard they try or how much they plan, they can't escape this trap. But Rita tells him to try one more time. So the next day, William goes into battle again. He has fought this fight so many times that, seeing William fight like this, his team members were left completely stunned. In the end, they finally managed to cross that trap. They needed a vehicle to move forward, and William also knew which car would get them killed by the aliens. There was only one car they hadn't tried yet. They quickly got into it and started driving away. The aliens attacked them, but this time, they survived. Seeing William fight, his team was stunned. They finally crossed that trap. They needed a vehicle, and William knew which car would get them killed by aliens. Only one car remained untried. They quickly got in and drove away. Aliens attacked, but this time, they survived. On the way, he disliked it. Soon, their car ran out of fuel, forcing them to continue on foot. Rita quickly sought another car, but then spotted an old helicopter, which could get them to Germany faster. William told her not to start it, but noticed she was badly injured. Rita quickly searched for keys to escape. She was exhausted and badly wounded, so she told him to start it again. But as soon as she picked up the gun to shoot William, he said, "Wait, don't shoot. Let's rest for a while." Rita gave him 10 minutes, after which she would shoot him. Meanwhile, William made her a hot cup of coffee. But when he was adding sugar to her coffee, she realized that something was wrong here. He said nothing, just stood, implying this wasn't new. The key was in his pocket, but he kept it from her. Rita went to start the helicopter, but William stopped her. "Start it, they'll kill you. This always happens. Only one survives." William had lived this moment with her many times, that no matter what he did, only one of them could move forward. But Rita doesn't listen to him and starts the helicopter, after which the aliens attack her. William couldn't save her this time either, and he restarted the loop. William goes to Rita again, but this time he leaves without saying anything. After that, he goes to the battle alone, but he is so angry that this time he doesn't save anyone. He just wants Omega. Killing everyone in his way, he reached the helicopter and took it to Germany. He had seen this place in his visions, but as soon as he started to approach it, an alien attacked him and knocked his gun to the ground. Despite this, he kept moving forward, and then he came face to face with an Alpha who had been waiting for him. With no other option, William thinks about committing suicide, but the Alpha doesn't let him do it, and if he didn't die quickly, he would lose the ability to restart the day. The Alpha tried to stop him, but William drowned himself in the water and restarted the cycle. Was flowing. If he didn't die quickly, he would lose the ability to restart the day. The Alpha tried to stop him, but William drowned himself in the water and restarted the cycle. William tells Carter that the Omega is not where it is supposed to be. These visions were a trick to take away my powers. Carter said, now there is only one way left, but it's impossible. He had made a transponder that would allow them to find its location. But the problem was, he had only made one sample of it, which the general had kept with him for safekeeping. After that, William goes to Whitehall with Rita. This was a highly secure area, so whenever they got caught, William would restart the cycle. Now he knew exactly how to get inside without any obstacles. They reach the general's office and, at gunpoint, he tells him in great detail everything that's about to happen in that room in the next minute. But even all this isn't enough to impress the stubborn general. No matter how hard they try, the general never gives them the device. Rita picks up the gun to restart the cycle, but William stops her from shooting. After that, he tries once more, and this time the general agrees and gives them the device. He tells him in detail everything about to happen in that room in the next minute. But even this isn't enough to impress the stubborn general. No matter how hard they try, the general never gives them the device. Rita picks up the gun to restart the cycle, but William stops her. After that, he tries once more, and this time the general agrees and gives them the device. They too, but before that, they get caught. After which, Rita has to kill him to restart the cycle. This time, they try to escape in a car, and William connects to the device, because he also had the Alpha's powers. As soon as he connects, the device automatically takes him to the Omega, and they find it's in Paris. But before they can escape, William gets shot and their car crashes. He loses his powers. Rita comes to him, about to kill him, but William tells her he can't restart the day. This time, it's over. They escape, with only 3 hours left to stop the Omega. They need a plane to Paris and soldiers to help them fight. Will knows a few such people, but they need to convince them he's from the future and they'll all die tomorrow. None believe his story. He knew this, which is why he brought Rita. As soon as they see her, they agree to go. William can't tell them the whole story. He just tells them, no matter what, don't kill the Alpha. Because if they kill it, the day will restart, and they won't even remember. Everyone jumps out of the plane before it crashes, but William falls into deep water, which damages his suit. He quietly moves forward and finds that the Omega is still far away from them. Most of his team members are injured. They ask William what to do next, after which William tells them to start up a plane that's standing nearby. It couldn't fly, but it would get them a little further. Griff had injured his leg, so he decides to stay behind and help them from there. Everyone asks him to come along, but he knew that staying back would be better for the mission. As soon as the engine starts, a large number of aliens begin heading toward them, but Griff and his friend bravely face them, and, in the end, sacrifice themselves. Now, only the two of them were left, and this was their last chance to destroy Omega. The aliens try their best to stop them, but they set off a huge blast with a grenade, which blocks the way down for a while. William says, Alpha will definitely come here. I'll distract it, and you blow up Omega. But Rita knew that he would be killed within 10 steps. She says, you're a good man, W. Saying this, she leaves, but Alpha chases after her and tears her apart. Now it was William's turn, but before he could be caught, William jumps into the water and tries to swim towards Omega. But before he can get any closer, Alpha drives its. She leaves, but Alpha chases, tearing her apart. Next, William's turn. Before capture, he jumps into the water, swimming towards Omega. Alpha drives sharp tentacles into his chest, killing him. Alpha thought it won, but William, before dying, pulled grenade pins, which... all the aliens are completely wiped out. The explosion destroys their entire network, which is why the aliens disappear from Earth overnight. Meanwhile, we see William's body floating in Omega's blood, which restores his powers and causes the cycle to start all over again. This time, when William opens his eyes, he sees that the world is no longer the same. They have won the battle. The general tells him that even he doesn't know. After that, William goes to the airport. This time, he has his high rank, which is why even senior officers like Ferrell are saluting him. There, he sees his comrades who fought to win this war. He finds no clues. William then goes to the airport. This time, his high rank means even senior officers like Ferrell salute him. There, he sees comrades who helped him win this war, but sadly, they don't remember. William then goes to Rita, who greets him as always. She asks, what do you want? But William's... in story, he doesn't know where to begin, so William just smiles.